father's name is
Tom.
Tom Williams the first,
Yeah.
and his wife, is that Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah.
And then Tom Williams the second is the one with the tie on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Right
got the
there.
tie.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Uncle Jim, and Uncle Henry, and Uncle John, Aunt Letitia, Aunt Martha, and Uncle Dan.
What do you know about the Williams side that were born in Wales and then immigrated to
Well, I know my grandmother, you know, my dad's parents came from, their parents both came from Wales. Hannah Williams was my grandmother, and she was a Williams before she was married. Because I remember Daddy used to get all this information back because we want your mother's maiden name, not her married name, blah blah blah. So then he got where he would write, my mother was a Williams before she was married, and she married a Williams, just to get them.
Williams is a common name.
Yeah, and
Must be from
anyway,
Wales.
both of their parents came from Wales, and I think, I don't know, I have it written down. All right, and I found something with it on their parents' name, or well, at least my grandparents. But my father was born in Lackawanna County. His father was a barber, and there was mines up there. That's about the only place kids had to work, so he moved down to this area to get them out of the mine area.
All right, so Thomas Lewis Williams, I guess he was the second, right?
Yeah.
He met Fenstermacher. What was her name?
Anna.
Anna Fenstermacher. They got married, and then
How he met my mom was, her father was one of my, her father was one of my father's drinking buddies. He was, about 10, 12 years older than Mom.
Well, it has on the paper here, he was born February the 25th, 1903. And Mom was born
16 years before me, 1916.
1960.
all right. Do you know what year they got married and when and all?
They got married in 32.
All right.
Mom was 16.
What did he do for a living?
He always ended up supervisor wherever he was. He really had a gift, and I think he was double jointed. He could do anything. And he was, I remember Uncle Noah, and this is Uncle Carl's uncle, or his uncle. We were up there one day, and he wanted to know where I came, right after we were married. He wanted to know, what my maiden name was and all this. And I told him, he says, did you have, or was you daughter of Thomas L. Williams? And I said, yeah. He said, he was my boss. He said, he could do anything. He said, and he crawled around. He said he wouldn't leave us do some of the things that he did. He said he always took the responsibility. But he was a nice guy, but he had a drinking problem. Cora and Sam, and I don't know what their last name were friends of my dad's. And when they were first married, they lived with them. And then they moved up to the old homestead where my grandfather brought his family too. And I think Uncle Henry was born there, and Uncle John, but the rest were born in Lackawanna County. But they was up there until probably after Clark was born, and then they moved down to another house that had belonged to my grandfather that was rental property, and that's above the dam there, and you know, going up towards Henderson's church, up towards where Mom and Pappy used to live. My mother and my stepfather lived up, what, Indian Run Holler? What? Indian Run Holler, yeah. But it was above the dam there. And there's the last place they lived together. But my father, during World War II, went to Harrison, New Jersey to work. He lived in Newark. And my mom stayed behind, and she wouldn't go with him. And then it ended up that, well, she was taking care of, at that point, Uncle Bob's kids. And they just, you know, got together.